Well, it's evening. This has been quite the 24 hours. And I want to tell you, it isn't the best 24 hours I've ever had, but looking at you, I feel a whole lot better. I want to thank the firefighters who have been here every day with us. My name is Mary Bell. I'm a teacher from Wisconsin Rapids and president of the Wisconsin Education Association Council. One word describes the last 24 hours for me, and that word is sleepless. Last night was long and very sleepless, and tonight is likely another long and sleepless night. Like all of you, I am sickened by the shameless action of the Republican Senate. That's right. And just about an hour ago, further sickened by the action of the Republicans in our own assembly. It strikes me that for a group who have public in the middle of their party's name, this is a group who cares very little about the public. They don't listen to what the public has had to say for the last 3 weeks about the actions that they've taken in the last 24 hours.
They don't care!
They revile public employees. Senator Grothman has called, Senator Grothman has called us slobs. Slobs. And he proclaims that the protests that have been taking place for these last 3 weeks are just about some college kids having fun. Well, as I said when I began, I do have a lot of fun. I enjoy being with you, but I sure wish it were for some other reason than the ones that we've been here. How dismissive, how insulting, and how disgusting is it to have people who work daily for the people of Wisconsin referred to in that manner for exercising their right to democracy. They don't care about public education. The end game is to dismantle public education and to push privatization. They think that cutting public education nearly $1 billion can be absorbed easily if we only have the tools and the flexibility. Now you can translate those to lower standards, higher class sizes, and fewer programs, and at the same time they say they have the money to expand to a second school system that has absolutely zero accountability and that uses public tax dollars to send to private schools. And in the same breath, they describe the income threshold for that at around $73,000 for a low-income family. Now, I'm not the same as Jon Stewart, but I'll tell you, when they're saying that my members who teach are overpaid at an average of $51,000 and $73,000 is low income, my math skills are better than that. They don't like public services to the most vulnerable Wisconsin citizens, our children who live in poverty and our seniors. Budget cuts that are yet to be debated, but that would devastate these essential services. So I say, if they have so little regard for the public, we need to make sure that at the very first opportunity, we make sure they are no longer in public office. There are several steps to that. Recall Darling. Recall Grothman. Recall Hopper. Recall Coles. Recall Olson. Recall Kopenke. Recall Harsdorf. Since this all began 3 weeks ago, I have spoken a lot about my family, about our Wisconsin traditions, our love of this state, and our pride in what it stands for, or at least what it stood for until last night's disgusting maneuver. My father would advise me on rare occasions when I was intent on having my own way, that just because I could do something didn't mean that I should. The legislative actions that were taken here yesterday and today should never have happened. And it is unclear, and we will pursue every avenue to see if even they legally could happen. In less than 3 months, this governor has given to the rich and taken from those who are most in need. He has disrespected and degraded those of us who work hard for our living, who do honorable service in our communities, and who happen to work for the public. Worse, shame, 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 shame. And he has a majority in this legislature who will blindly follow him either because they believe he is right or because they have refused to stand up for what they know is the Wisconsin way of life. This governor has lied to you, he has lied to me, he has lied to every child, every parent, and every resident in this state. He can never regain that trust. Why should we trust him again? But that Capitol is still our house. Whose house? Whose house? This is still our state. Whose state? Our state. Whose state? Our state. We are not broken. We are not going away. We are Wisconsin. Say it with me. We are Wisconsin. We are Wisconsin. We are Wisconsin! We are Wisconsin! And those who have ignored the public opinion and the public voices of this great state will not prevail. They may be in the short term, but we will make sure those recalls get done, and that legislature and this governor will change. Thank you very much. Solidarity. Next, I'd like to introduce Jim Garrity.
Good afternoon. It's labor in the house. What? It's labor in the house. Damn right we're here. We aren't going anywhere, are we? Boy, I can't believe this, brothers and sisters. I can't believe the desperation and the ruthlessness of these people. Lawlessness! These people with what they did last night. It was just unconscionable. With 74% of the public opposing what Governor Walker and the Republicans want to do to strip public employees of collective bargaining rights. I can't believe this.
It's a sad day.
It's a sad day in Wisconsin. And they did this in the dead of night. They did this without any respect for the common decency of the people of Wisconsin. They came like the Grim Reaper. They tried to drive a knife right into the heart of labor. I'm here to tell you that isn't going to happen. That blood isn't going to spill. We're going to stay here. We're going to be here. We aren't going to let them take this away from us. They say this is about balancing the budget. Oh yeah. I get it now. I get it. Let's just take all the money that you're going to take away from me and my family and all that money that I would spend in my community and say, oh, that will fix everything. We're going to give it to the Koch brothers and they can take it to Wall Street. and they will make the money. They'll fix our problems. Oh, I got it now, Scott. I get it. We've been doing that for 25 years. It's called Reaganomics. Where are we now? Where are we now? Where are we now? You know, 74% of the people oppose this. I say, let's take our government back from Wall Street. Let's take it back from Wall Street, and let's put Main Street back to work. I believe in this country, and I believe deeply in the people that built it. I'm just appalled at what they did. It just takes me to a new level. Trying to contain myself.
Tell us, brother.
Heaven forbid, you ask the top 5% of wagers and moneymakers in this country to pay their fair share. That will screw up the whole economy. By Christ, that's where the money is. They're sitting on it. They ain't sharing it with us. They took the money. They stole it from you. They're trying to steal our state, and they're taking our jobs. Don't let them do that. It needs to be here in Main Street. That's where its money is made. That's where people live. I'll pay my fair share as soon as they pay theirs. This isn't a budget problem. This is a revenue problem. I'm just appalled at what happened last night. I just can't believe it.
I can't even wrap my head around it.
That ain't the only thing. No, I really want to say thank you. I'm really humbled to be able to come here and